all you gorgeous Cancerians, and welcome to this, your financial and career and financial messages for the next 3 months. So this is for October, November, and December. If you're new to the channel, hello and welcome. My name is Linda. For those of you who are our followers and subscribers, we'd like to give you a big thank you for your support. Thank you so much for your shares, likes, and comments. And so this is for our beautiful Cancerians, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And we're going to do October, then November, then December. So the next 3 months in the one video for you all, so that you can look today, look again in the future, and again at the end of the year. So it gives you a chance to get some guidance, what to look forward to, and handle the next 3 months. And so I'm going to ask Spirit for 4 cards, one for each week of October, for our beautiful Cancerians to start with. So we have week 1, week 2, week 3, please, for Cancer, and week 4. Let's have a look and see what we have. Okay, Cancer. So we have a couple of 7s here. So we have 2 lots of 7. 7 of Pentacles, which of course is your money, but 7 of Earth, 7 of Air, which is Swords. And of course we have the 9 of Cups, all of your wishes coming true in the 3rd week, and the 10 of Pentacles in the final week of October, which is also about your financial security. So this looks like a pretty good month for you, Cancer. Let's see. We'll have a look at the first week, the 7 of Cups. This is all about, seeds well planted, that you've been really working on this month, this first week, you've been really working on what it is you want to create abundantly. This is not a time to worry about anything either. Don't worry about anything. This is a great time to now look forward and move forward in a new direction. So this month, in the very first week, we have the message that you're contemplating, yes, but you have planted good seeds, but there is still more to come. There is victory here. There's a lot of victory now around you when it comes to this first week. So feel good, because you are victorious, you are being recognized, you are being, everybody's looking at how well you are really going and what you've done so far and how you've accomplished things. And okay, there is also, a situation around you where you may have had to have walked away from something that was no longer of service to you. But look, there's big opportunity in the 5 of Cups. The 5 of Cups says that there's hidden, there's opportunities here that we don't always see. This is a blessing in disguise. And so you may not have walked away from this yet, but there is a victory here, and that's because you have walked away, or you're about to walk away, and to put yourself on a whole new path. This is opportunity now for you to move forward in a whole new light. You pick up those 2 cups, leave the empty ones behind. They no longer serve you. It's over and done with. Take those 2 cups that are empty and get on that journey of filling them with abundance and happiness and joy in your financial situation. So the second week, we have the 7 of Swords. This can be a situation of things going on in the background, things you're a little bit uncertain about. And so there's this need for you now to take some time out to think things through. The second week of October, you are unsure of which way you are heading. So you've got on this new path, you've left some things behind, but the second week you're still not sure of whether or not you are heading in the right direction. In the third week, you're going to take yourself in a whole new direction, which is good. And there's big opportunity to do that. Yeah, all of your wishes are coming true. You've got the star, the end of October. But the second week here, Cancer, there's a lot going on in your mindset in this second week of October. There's lots of things where you may maybe things didn't go the way that you would have liked, and now you've got to review your plans, or maybe you're sort of thinking, I'm not sure to move in this new direction, I may have to leave something behind or not get everything I want. And so in this second week, you may be deciding to review a few things and go through things and look at things a little bit differently. So take your time on that. Just take some time out to focus. Don't allow it to burden you. Don't get yourself all, because you're nearly there. So don't allow burdens, or don't take it on as a burden in when it comes to your thought pattern in the second week of October, because your all of your wishes are coming true. You've got the star, which is coming true, and you've got the nine of cups, wishes coming true, Cancer. So don't allow your minds to get in the way. Don't allow yourself to get thrown out by anything or anybody when it comes to your career, your finance, and your abundance and your plans in the future. You are going to be moving in a whole new direction in the third week. There's no doubt about that. You're going to be moving away from any stress and strife that may come up in the second week of October. Okay. Because there's this opportunity now. There's an opportunity to do that. And so you grab that opportunity and you leave the difficulty behind and move in a whole new direction. It's time to do that. And it's, all of those worries are going to fade away. They're going to be part of the past, no longer the future. And, we have the Ten of Pentacles, and we have the Ten of Pentacles. You have a double up. Double ups are confirmation that everything's going to be brilliant. And look, you've got the star. So the end of October, this is when everything will fall into place. You'll get through the second week. The third week, you will move in a new direction or take yourself in a new direction emotionally, mind, body, soul. And the third week is really a wonderful, wonderful week for you, Cancer, where everything falls into place. This is really about your security, your happiness when it comes to your finances. And this is your financial situation, career, work, wherever you work. It's your abundance, your money. And so this month, just the first week, you're going to see a victory. You're going to see an opportunity to be victorious, but it may mean having to leave something behind to move forward. And you may find that a little bit, the second week you're not sure, you're thinking you need to review, think it through. Is it worth it? Go into your mind and give it some time. Don't rush in. And then on the third week, I feel that you will make that decision, and then you will decide to move forward in a whole new direction. You'll get what you're really wishing for. So things will change. So an offer of some kind, or an opportunity where it's now the third week I can move forward. And in the fourth week, you've got a massive celebration, and everything you're wishing and praying for is falling into place. So October's an interesting outcome. It's a happy outcome, Cancer. So don't allow, the second week to throw you off. And now that we've got that, we're going to ask now for the next month. We've got done October. What about November now? This carrying on of this great outcome for October. We'd like to look at November, please. Can you please give us November? You've got the Sun. What's she thrown out? And you've got the Knight of Swords. So you really are, that goes in the first week. Okay. Okay, the first week of November, we've got the Sun. Okay, so Spirit's adamant about giving you what she wants. She has given you the Sun for November, the first week of November. Big celebration, happy outcome, brilliant new ideas that lead to success. Have confidence in yourself. You have the Knight of Swords. This is about sort of the Knights are action, movement, what we do. This is about moving forward now. Events that will, this is things happening really quickly now, being able to move on. Take your time to carefully review everything, though. Don't rush in. This is about making creative solutions, but don't rush, okay? We've got the Nine of Pentacles here too. This is your money. This is success. This is a game of success in your financial situation in this third week. And we have the Queen of Swords, of course, which is objective decision making and staying focused and clearing away what no longer matters. And so we've come to the first week of November. Let's now elaborate on what Spirit's given us. So Cancer, we've got the Sun card in the first week of November. So what else would they like to give us? Because we always ask for 2 more cards for each week. So this is for the first week. We've got the 2 of Cups, which is the decision, and we also have choices. So we have the 7 of Cups. So you're not really quite sure which way to go, what choice to make. You're spoiled for choice. So you could be investing, okay? Could be investing investments that you're really happy about, but you're still having a little bit of trouble deciding. It's possible. And we have got a decision in the third week, and you're not too sure about in the third week this decision. Okay. Okie dokie. So the second week, Cancer, of November, the first week of November, rather, we have the Sun. So the good stuff that came out of October is now following through into December. November, I beg your pardon, November. And then we've got a decision. So there is this decision, and you're sort of trying to decide which way to go. And you're not 100% sure in that first week. But and so because you are a little bit unsure, don't rush in on the second week, will you? Don't just rush in because you don't want to make the wrong choice. Look, when it comes to the second week, there could be a situation where you may need to walk away from something. You may need to make a decision. I think you're going to be reviewing your finances, reviewing things around you, and you are in a very strong financial situation in this second week. So you're going to be feeling pretty happy with that. You are feeling secure in that, but there is still something that there's a lot of emotions going on still in December when it comes to the choices you're making about your money. And you may decide in the second week that you need to move away from a situation where you're not financially involved in it anymore. So you might be deciding, that I'm not going to put my monies into that or give money to that person, or you might be moving away from a job because it's just, you want to improve your situation emotionally, that you might have a job that's not good for you emotionally, career, and you might be deciding in November, I beg your pardon, November, to move away from that situation because it doesn't make you happy, or you're not happy there. And financially, the second week you are going to be feeling pretty good about the fact that you've had the strength to do that. In the third week, there's a huge lot of decisions to be made in November. So in the third week, you need to look into things. You need to take time out to before you make this decision. I just feel that there is a decision around you when it comes to your finances, career, and so on that's going to be very difficult for you, Cancer, in the third week. It's not an easy decision, and you could be losing some sleep over this because it's not a decision you really want to make. But you've got to look at things realistically. Spirit is saying, well, you can't just pretend this isn't happening or this isn't real. You've got to, look into it, and then, you've got to focus on this decision. You've got to focus on the decision you want to make, and that decision has to be made. So, because even though it's heartbreaking, if there's a need to bring something to an end here. And so this is about where you're putting your finances, could be where you're working, could be career. There's a lot of decisions when it comes to your finances that you need to make, and you need to make that decision by seeing it, the situation as it really is. You have to accept that this is the situation. If you don't want to be a part of it, even though it's heartbreaking, you may need to walk away from it. And so this could be where you're needing to maybe protect your finances. You could be maybe you've been helping people financially, or people are expecting you to help them financially, but you don't want to do that. It's a difficult situation. However, it's a decision you need to make. So in November, I feel you will be deciding to bring something to an end at last, even though it's difficult. You are going to do that. You're going to focus on that and make this decision and be strong in that decision. You might have to be tough, but it's for your own benefit. So it's a difficult month for decision making when it comes to your career, your finances, your investments, Cancer. But we'll have a look at December. We'll have a little look and see what Spirit wants to say to you. This is for our beautiful Cancers for December. And we've got the relationship card. Your health, weighing up decisions, carefully weighing up decisions. I would just like to ask, please, for 3 more cards for December. The other 3 weeks. So weeks 2, please. Thank you. Week 3 for December for Cancer. Star again. And week 4. So a good outcome eventually. Thank goodness. And so for December first week, we have got the Lovers card, which is about relationships, good health, weighing up your decisions in a healthy way. The Eight of Pentacles, learning, studying, paperwork, all that sort of thing. You may also be taking up, you might be studying or taking up a course or an apprenticeship in some way. It's very possible. And then you've got the Star, which is happy times, positive, optimistic, long-term plans. You're on the right path and an exciting new opportunity coming your way. So it's obviously a better month than November. Okay, so let's have a look and see this first week of December, please. We have the Lovers, which is decision making, carefully weighing things up, can be relationships, it doesn't have to be love. It could be a relationship with a brother, a sister, a daughter, a mother, son. Okay, and again, you are weighing. So yeah, so again we have got these decisions that you're trying to make. There's lots of things going on, lots of decision making around you, Cancer. And this is, again, your finances. We're talking about finances, and this is the decision of this is sowing seeds. You've already planted a great deal, but you've but you want to do more with your money. You want to make sure you get more from your money, and that's why you're trying to make up your mind and make up your mind and decide on something. So you're still deciding on a lot of things in December, which way to go. Yeah. We've got Page of Pentacles. And again, we've got a double up. We had this last month. It's not sure which way to go, what to choose. We've also got this again. We have got the Victory card around the end of the month. And what else have we got? Okay, the Emperor. Okay, thank you. So the end of the month, great outcome. When you've got to step up into the role of a leader, and you've got to take control of everything. But we've still got a few things that are going to crop up in this month for you, Cancer. So in the second week, we do have the Page of Pentacles. So pages are messengers. Can be a child, a family member, but we usually look at them as messengers with and of course then we have the so it could be some news coming in from a daughter or a female, a younger person. Could be that. But it's mainly about your finances and some messages or some news coming in or opportunity. And in the second week, you're going to be feeling as if you are now feeling a bit wary, but it's a case of, well, I'm through this. I finally got through. And you might be feeling a bit battered, bruised, but you've accomplished much. In this second week, I think you know that you're going to be feeling that, well, I'm a survivor. I've survived the difficulties that I have been going through. In this month, this second week in December is when you're going to feel as though you have come out on top of this. So you've been going through a lot of stuff with your career, with your business, where you've been working, so on for some of you. But you are actually now seeing that you have survived this second week of December. This news could be because, you could be feeling like that because of this news that's coming in. And there's been some difficulty that you have overcome. And you're now feeling much better within yourself. The difficulties are gone, they're behind you now. And now it's time for you to move forward. This is now you be able to move forward, making some optimistic long-term plans. You're on the right path. You're just still trying to decide which way to go. And there is an opportunity still here for you in this third week, Cancer, that we don't want you to miss out on, because you got this last month too. There is this loss here. Things didn't go, but they're asking you not to dwell on this. Spirit's asking you to move on from this. These things that, we are talking about your finances and career, but there is always emotional loss when it comes to career or money or whatever. And they're just asking you in this third week to realize that you need to let go of that and to step up now and to pick up these two empty cups and build your life on those. And even though you are having trouble making choices, you mustn't make those choices out of the past, of what was the past. You need to make a choice for the future. And, we have the victory card is sitting in the fourth week. The Ace of Wands, which is an exciting new opportunity now to change your life in a big way. And there's victory here. So there's opportunity to really move forward. And this is all about you being victorious. And the second week there's a similarity between these two, because this is the Nine of Wands. This is the Six of Wands, but they're very similar in their message. In this second week, it's you on top of things and finally coming through and surviving difficulties around career, finances, and so on. And in the fourth week, this is now the victory. There aren't as many wands around you. There are no more difficulties. This is now victory. So you've turned the difficulty into positive, And we have the Page of Swords. Page of Swords around this too. So you've been victorious over maybe a difficult person or situation. So you have been victorious over that. And now it's time for you to move in a whole new direction and step up and into the power of the Strength card and the Emperor. So the Emperor is all about becoming the leader, taking the role in your life, being firm, being strong, being independent, and focusing on what it is you want in the future, and taking a leadership role in your life when it comes to your career and finances. The Strength card is all about you showing how strong you really can be and being strong and knowing there's nothing you can't handle here. You need to show your strength. And this could also be to somebody who's causing a bit of stress and strife, someone in your life, a son, daughter, person who's maybe, bringing in some stressful news or being difficult. And now you need to, step up and handle this person in an understanding, kind, and compassionate way, but still in a strong way, and taking, the leadership role in that. So you may need to say no to somebody in a kind, loving way, but you still need to do that. Okay, so an interesting 3 months. I think you've got a few people to handle, Cancer, over the next few months, especially in December and around Christmas time, where you may need to be strong around someone and show them that no, you're not. You're going to make your decisions, and you're going to make a decision, and that's it. You've got the Star. Don't forget you got the star, all your wishes coming true. Make positive, optimistic, long-term plans. You're on the right path, and that's in the 3rd week. Don't let anybody mess you around in the 4th week. Okay, so I hope we have given you some guidance for the next 3 months. We'd love to hear from you if you'd like to leave some comments. I always look at my comments every morning, get back to you, even if it's with a little thumbs up and a little red heart. Sometimes I leave a message. I'd love to hear where you're from. I'm from Australia, as you know, Linda, from Australia. And so, Cancer, if you'd like to subscribe, the button is just here. We'd love to have you part of our journey. Then you'll receive your daily guidance, the every 5-day collective guidance, and all the other work that we bring to you over the months. So take care, Cancer. Please give us a like. It helps the channel. Do that now. Just go like and thank you for that. And we look forward to catching up with you and hearing from you when it comes to this very interesting 3 months. So bye bye for now.